Welcome to the Super Facts Show on the Super Facts Network. Featuring St. Laz, who also hosts the popular web series Gem Pop and music journalist Mark Walter Ward. They have discussions about hip hop, culture, society, philosophy, and everything else. Now available on YouTube and wherever else you get your podcasts. What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. Today we got a man stirring up a little bit of controversy in the industry with his new song Cookout, discussing Wack 100, Luce Cannon. How you doing today, brother? What's going on?
I'm doing good, King. I'm doing real good. How you doing? How you feeling?
I mean, it's Wednesday, so there was a new episode of the Wu-Tang show.
Okay.
I'm doing great. And then like I was telling you, my kids finna come home and watch What If. We like comic books and shit, so that's always a sicer. But let's talk about you, because like usually, even back when I was like drinking dank, like for instance, a top New York group, a collective, I had one of the main members real drunk saying fuck one of the other main members, and I never released that shit. Or then another top New York group, I had a minor member saying some shit that probably would have got his ass killed, would have got me famous. This is when I was drinking dank. I don't know about famous. I would have got clickbaits and all that shit. But I wouldn't touch that shit. And I usually don't touch none of these subjects. But you got an issue with Wack 100 that's not like, I don't want to say the usual shit, but it's more noble. You know, it ain't no messiness or no ratchetness or, you know, who's tough or none of that shit. So for those who ain't in the know, and to be real with you, I ain't really in the know either. Just from the press release, you were unhappy with comments that he made about a young man who was killed in Inglewood. And if you could elaborate, please.
Yeah, so it's basically, it really stems from Nipsey Hussle. Like I just didn't like the path that he used his platform to speak on just a lot of dead people, like Mac Miller. Everything that he uses his platform for the wrong things. And then I was just fed up when it came down to the Indian young boy, because he tried to make it seem like, well, him and Game trying to make it seem like it was basically the dude got killed because of the mural on the wall on with Nipsey Hussle, but that wasn't the case. It was on like some other shit, like some girlfriend, boyfriend, ex type of shit. So he tried to make it seem like the 60s did it, and then he tried to co-sign with Game, and somebody end up getting shot in my neighborhood. You get like over the stupid shit. So at the end of the day, it's like I spoke up on it. It's because like he used his platform for do like some coward shit and like some ridiculous stupid shit, and he know goodness well he's not in the streets. Like cuz be talking about all this power root stuff. Let's get in, let's do that. But he would be saying that to like 21 Savage, Jim Jones, Trav, and stuff like that when they like 5-6 hours on a plane. When I'm 30 minutes in a car drive, you could pull up to Big U house, my uncle house, and we could get in, we could do whatever. We could squash the problem or issue it out. But he just be on a lot of fuck shit.
Have you heard any feedback? I mean, obviously not directly from him, but you know.
Yeah, no, like he got on Clubhouse, acting like he don't know me, and what's the name? But the nigga follow me on Instagram. I've been knowing him for like 6-7 years. Like he follow me on all platforms and stuff like that. It's just like he's a weirdo. Like anybody that do the shit that he do for attention, and not really think like you could really get people killed out here by putting shit on your platform that really don't make sense, and you have nothing to do with anything. Yeah. He have nothing to do with nothing. He's not from LA. He's from the Valley. So it's like you should lead the LA politics in LA. Don't say nothing about it.
We're gonna touch on that, but man, you make a great point about how, I mean, in his case, I would assume that he knows the repercussions, but like I feel like, you know, And a lot of these motherfuckers held me back because they ain't like the fact, like I understand this shit. I've been to the pen. I grew up during crack in DC and all that other shit. And like for instance, that very first Beef DVD, you know, this dude DJ Vlad, I might get the order of this shit wrong, but he went to Paul Wall when Paul Wall and Chamillionaire was still making music together, and he might have went to Chamillionaire first. I might got the order wrong, so don't give me 100 comments. But he got one of them to say something slightly greasy about the other one in a conversation where it was almost all positive. Went to the other one, only played the slightly greasy part. That one responded really greasy. He took it back. It ended up Chamillionaire brother got jumped, other shit, you know. And like if you don't understand this culture and you're trying to be a part of it or cover it, I mean, you can demonstrate your music appreciation, but you really shouldn't speak on things you don't know about because you're right, people really can get killed. Now to touch on Wack though, like I said, I'm from DC, so I'm not too hip to gang culture. Growing up, we ain't really had that. You know, I went to prison and Lil Wayne dropped a bunch of mixtapes, and I came home as a bunch of Bloods in DC. And you know, I know a little bit about the East Coast shit. And and you know, in general, you know, we all grew up watching, like, you know, I'm in my mid 40s. We all grew up watching like Boys in the Hood. You know, I did time with cats. It was in the gang. If anything, I know more cats from Chicago. You know, I knew a lot of Crips in Texas. You know, groovy cats and all that type shit. But what I don't understand is that obviously Homeboy is somewhat whatever he says he is, and that shit was cool when he knocked out Stitches and when he kept the MAGA motherfuckers off of him and all that other shit. But from what I've understand about tough guys, real criminals with a code too. I ain't talking about like no rapists or no pedophiles. The gang members I've been around, I couldn't imagine any of them sitting in a room and letting a fucking the most famous snitch in the history of history screaming at him.
See, the thing is, it's like this. Wack is so much of a bitch because a gangster and a rat should never have nothing in common a day in their life.
But let's say they do though. How does it get to the point that you let them scream at you? Because me personally, I'm sure Tekashi got bodyguards that could probably fuck me up or something, right?
Yeah,
I ain't taking that L. I'd rather be the dude who got beat up by Tekashi's bodyguards than the dude who let Tekashi scream at him.
Yeah, but you have to really understand this. Like, is he doing it? Did he sell out his morals for a check? Like, is he really want to fuck with a snitch that you was fucking with Shotty? You was fucking with all of them when they was out of jail, and then when you sitting across the room with a nigga that told on the niggas you was fucking with. How can you ever live with yourself? That's like the most disgraceful, most dishonorable shit that you could ever do in life.
So then, I'm not trying to incite violence or no shit like that, but then the question becomes like, how does that shit, why is it abided? I mean, like the fall of the mob was like, you know, and I'm not trying to say that gangs are criminal organizations of anything. They're civic organizations. People just don't understand. But we are talking about two organizations that have standards. And when they stop living up to the standards, you know, shit went to shit.
Yeah, I just think that, like you just said, you just spoke on, people sold the gang culture for a dollar, and not realizing that it will cause more trouble and more havoc than anything coming out of it positive. You get what I'm saying? Because if you taking and you doing something that you know goodness well this bitch, this snitch, do not understand, did not grow up into it, and he came with you with a proposition to listen, get me on with this blood shit, and I'm gonna get y'all on with music or whatever like that. I just want to run this plane. And they sit there and they do it, and then they should sit back and really be thinking like, damn, we was fools for believing this weirdo. And that's why I get mad at like Wack, is because like, bro, like look what you basically saying snitching is cool. Like it's right for you to put out hits on other rappers and want to get other rappers beat up and all this other stuff. And Like if you get in trouble, oh, just tell on everybody. You get out of it. Like, come on, like how can you live with yourself? That's not right.
Well, I mean, I also don't see he kept trying to justify that shit as homeboy being a civilian, but I mean, I think he had crossed the line from civilian. Like my motherfucking aunt, rest in peace, one of my aunts, she was a fucking civilian and she wasn't doing armed robberies on camera. You know what I mean? Or filming armed robberies or none of that shit.
Yeah, so it's just like
I mean, if you walk around with a Book of Mormon, and I mean, I don't know if Mormons got no signs or nothing, but you know, other Mormon like shit, you ain't no civilian, you a Mormon. You know what I mean?
yeah, but you have to really think about it. Do people classify? First of all,
He might
Takashi,
have been a fake ass blood, but he presented himself as such.
yeah, but Shotty and them should never introduce him
Oh
to
no,
any of that.
all I'm saying is like I feel the civilian point is invalid. Like I feel like he had crossed the civilian
No,
line. I mean, he
but
might have been a fake ass
yeah,
blood, but he wasn't no civilian.
of course, because once you start wanting to put hits on other rappers and want other rappers to get touched, and you causing and stirring up problems where people could actually get shot and killed, then you're not no civilian no more. You actually a gang member. You're not a gang banger because you're not there putting in the work yourself, but you a gang member for sure. And but that's when Wack tried to make it. He seems like borderline, like fuck it. He's a civilian. They shouldn't have been fucking with him and stuff like that. But you wasn't saying that when Shotty was on the streets. You get what I'm saying? When you going to New York, fucking with Mel B in them,
Well,
Jim Jones.
that's
Like,
that's the code. So he got a code, right? But he also got a desire for attention. So when your desire for attention makes you go against your code, you start making up justifications.
right. I mean, I can't. You kept it a buck with that because it's just like at the end of the day, it's like what can you really do? What positive comes out of that? You get what I'm saying? What positive comes out of you speaking on another man?
More attention for Wack 100. That's a positive to come out of it.
Yeah, but like I said, Wack do not leave. He do not go anywhere. He stay at home. He's all the way in like Palmdale, like in the deserts. So it's like he don't worry about that. All the attention that he gets is pretty much on, like, he's every video that you see him do, every video that you see him post, he's always at home. And so he's never out. So at the end of the day, is he learned from Tekashi, oh, I could troll, I could do this, I could do that, say what I want, and try to get a bag just to become another statistic. He's another weirdo. Somebody that went against the grain on the street. Against the grain with the street morals to put $1 in your pocket. Like, how can you live with that? Like, where can your kids go? Where can you? Because if somebody see his son or his daughter and stuff like that, they gonna probably whoop that ass.
I think people that join the gang after 30 is weirdos in general. Like I understand if you're born where you're born, and sometimes you gotta do what you do just to be able to survive. But like I don't know, you remember that shit? I forgot what it was called. It was called like, I think it was called White Boy, but it was like some dude in Nebraska was listening to rap music.
Oh yeah. I seen that movie.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, homeboy decided he was gonna sell crack and be a gangbanger, then tried to go buy some crack in Chicago, which didn't have a good outcome. But that's fake ass shit. So I don't got no respect for that. But like I don't think people understand in some places, like it wasn't no gangs where I grew up at, but if you wasn't willing to get down, you couldn't come outside unless you was going to the bus stop. And I don't think a lot of people understand that the gangs provide, like in the places where they're, let's say, inescapable, that they provide a means to even live.
Yeah, but people don't understand something that they can't really see. So if they never want to go and visit a gang culture or blocks and stuff like that, where as gang members, people don't understand that we take care of our own community. We feed our own. We help our community. We do things for the kids that make people like basketball programs, football programs, and stuff like that. I'm 27 years old, but I'm like a real activist when it comes down to like my community. I always help out. I
You're
do.
27 years old.
Yeah.
So you was like 15 when you made that song with Nipsey Hussle and YG?
17.
Damn. Good job. That's what's up.
Yeah, 17.
My fault to interrupt you. You just that just took me back a little bit. But so yeah,
Yeah.
definitely food drives, all that good shit. I mean, in Los Angeles, the gang started because the police weren't protecting the community. You know,
Yes.
they was attacking the fucking community.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's like a lot of people think that well, older than what I am because I'm always like on positive. I was always ahead of my time. So it was like I got into the music business at like 14, like producing and stuff like that. I did shit for like 50 Cent at like 14, Rihanna, um, like Chris Brown. I did a lot of stuff, Nas, everything. So it's like I've been around for a while, but I was really like mainly into like producing.
But you super been around because you said I listened to one of your interviews and you said you had a Cheerios commercial with your twin brother.
Yeah.
How
So
how old were you?
I think 4 or 5. 4 or 5.
Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, you remember it. It's like vaguely, but it's just like um
Is it on YouTube?
probably
Like
shit. I
have you ever seen that hoe?
Now I haven't seen it in a while.
That shit would probably be funny as shit. And
It
then
was
you also spoke on doing time, and I was curious. As someone with a twin, did your twin do time with you?
Nah, he didn't do time with me, but the fucked up part about it is I took a case for him because basically they couldn't tell us apart. And then the detectives was like, I know you like this and your brother is like this or whatever like that. Just tell us what we want. I said, take me to my cell. And I did the time. So at the end of the day, it's like, it is what it is.
Well, I want to ask you that made me curious because I mean, like, I know what it's like to do time. I mean, not in California. California definitely a little bit rougher than most places. But what was it like? You know, was that the first time you've been separated from? Well, I assume it's a yeah, it must be if the police couldn't tell you apart. So was that the first time you were separated from him for that long?
Yeah, no, it was I was separated from him because when you're a twin, everything you grow up, you eat together, you play together, you fight together, you do everything like that. If he fight or whatever, I got the back fade. If I fight, he got the back fade. You came with him or whatever, I need to get in with you. That's just how twins are, especially in the hood. You get what I'm saying? So everybody knows. So it's like my brother was doing some shit. I think I was like we was like 15. I ended up doing like 2 years, and then I ended up doing that song with Nipsey and YG at 17, about to turn 18.
When in skinny as a toothpick came out chunky like a blue pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening. So you speaking ahead of the curve. You must have been one of the first people to do songs with both of them.
So the thing is like Nipsey was like a big brother to me, and um YG was actually in jail with me. So my boy Poon was managing him. He from the set. So I was like, I told Neil, I'm like, I think Cuz gonna be the new wave too. I said, so let's all do a song. He was like, do a song with a blood. And I was like, yeah, we might as well do it. Let's just change it. Do you get what I'm saying? I said, Ice Cube and them did it with Dub C and Mac 10. And I was like, shit, it's gonna work. And then we did it, and then it worked. And then I ended up getting shot up. And when I got shot up, they stayed working together.
Was you introduced you initially introduced them? That's what's up. Did
Yeah.
given the politics of the situation, did you interact with YG in jail?
No, not really. It was just like, um, you know how it is. It's like you got your side, I got my side, or whatever like that, and it is what it is. It's
I mean,
just like,
I don't know though, because I did time like a long like in the 90s and the 2000s where there wasn't really no gangs and really any division would mostly be along racial lines, but it was almost like 99% black. So it really wasn't.
oh, so
It'd be more like, you know, cats from DC, cats from Baltimore, cats from it'd be more like where you're from and shit, you know.
yeah. So where it is, it's like, when you have like gang shit, it's like, or either you sag with your it's like 30s to the hundreds is all Crips. You get what I'm saying? And then they got moving, grooving, and swooping, and that's like everybody that's against the neighborhood card. So they already is already on tension. So it's like if you fuck with somebody on the other side, and then y'all end up becoming friends, and then y'all end up becoming enemies afterwards, or how it looked like if one of your enemies come in and he fuck with you, but now you have your boy that you fucking with have to get in with the person that is like friends of your enemies. So it's just like everybody kept it separate. You have to make sure that everything is balanced different, because like, I don't know.
I mean, I get the gist of it. Like that shit just seems more complicated. I don't know if it was in the Tukey book or one of them books I read. Man, they be on some foul shit. I heard how they do shit. Like they take a blood dude or a Crip dude to like at nighttime where he couldn't see anything, right? And take him to like another cell block full of whoever he is. Like if he's a blood, they take him to like a blood cell block, right? But all the cats in there would pretend to be Crips and say they're gonna fuck him up when the doors open if he don't reject blood or whatever. But they really just be like testing his ass to see if he had any heart.
Yeah, no,
And I can't even imagine those. Like I'm not even front. I was in some shit. Motherfuckers was getting raped, stabbing each other, fights, all that shit. And it wasn't nothing like that. I couldn't even imagine that.
yeah. So it's like that, just period. So at the end of the day, it's like people like the LA, when you go to court, it'd be like a tank full of bloods or whatever like that. As soon as you walking past, come in here, cuz, come in here. This is what you own or whatever like that, like our neighborhood. As soon as you go in there, you be like, see all the types of eye busters, whacked out shit, and then they be like, oh, fuck crabs. And they still on you, and you have to line it up with everybody in there. So it's like, it's real tricky.
Damn, that shit sound beyond tricky. But you know, like back to the more positive stuff. You know, in that same interview, I heard you said that you was hopping off the 50 Cent tour, and I believe you said you didn't say anger management. You said detox. So what's it like going on tour with 50 Cent at the height of his the peak of his powers, as you would, and then go? I went and saw Detox. That was a vicious ass concert.
Yeah. So basically, when you young, it's like you too much don't know what's going on. You just know goodness what, just getting thrown in, like you just getting thrown in a like in a fire pan. So just like at the end of the day, it's like things was moving so fast for them or whatever like that, and they was like mega stars at the time. So at the end of the day, it's like we going on, and we going on doing shows and stuff like that. It's like maybe like 500 people in the arena, but when they come in there, it's like 50,000. So it's just like it's like a whole different vibe. It's just like moving. So it's like you can really grasp the energy until you see them perform. You get what I'm saying? So when people do opening acts and stuff like that, it's cool, but it's like it's really different, because when the main act get on, or the main acts, then you feel that type of energy. It's like, but when it's us, it's just moving so fast, because you got to be here, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to open up. It's like 500 people, 200 people, 300 people, and we going on like an hour and a half, 2 hours before they go on. So it's like, it's like different.
Got you. But what about like backstage and all that? Like that shit must be phenomenal.
No, backstage, of course, because you see a lot of weird shit. You see shit that you won't speak about, and then you see a lot of good shit. Like it be, of course, it's 1,000 bitches. But then you just see a whole lot of funny shit too. That you be like, damn, this shit is crazy.
Yeah. Backstage at joints and the higher the level, you right, there do be a lot of fuckery. Everybody got a motherfucking business plan for somebody. So
No,
oh, go ahead.
no, of course, but you see a lot of people taping. Um, that's how people get a lot of their ammo.
Yeah.
When when it's drinking drugs. So I wasn't of age to be doing a lot of that shit. And then when I did turn 18, it was just like I wasn't really fucking with like the drinking and the listen, I was more into like working out, staying in shape, positive vibes. And then plus, when you got shot 6 times, it's like you gotta stay in shape. Your body is not the same. It hurts every single day.
Nah, knock on wood. I didn't know that. I've been stabbed. Unfortunately, I ain't never been shot. So
I mean,
oh good.
I'd rather get shot than stabbed because I got stabbed before, and that shit is worse than getting shot.
Man, one of the Jones, I was coming up like the stairway, they like turn and shit, you know what I mean? And I seen this, I just got to this new camp, and like the second day I was there, I seen a dude kill a dude, and they ain't no shit about me, so I guess they figured that I could tell, right? So this motherfucker took like the plate to be around the light switch from like an office or some shit when he was in the administrative building, and smuggled that shit back and turned that shit into a knife, and like leaned over. I probably can't even see that shit good.
No, I can see it.
But man, like my scalp was hanging down on my face and shit. Like I didn't even see that shit coming. I ain't fall though. I ain't fall. And then I ain't realize how bad it was. And I was chasing the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like well, I guess it was I don't know the politically correct shit. It was gay dudes. It was like gay dudes screaming and shit, like ah. And because I ain't realized how bad the shit was bleeding and it was hanging on my face. I thought homeboy had just punched me and shit.
Yeah.
But that shit definitely get dangerous. So back, and the only reason I keep getting back to this is I'm gonna be honest with you, I couldn't find too much of your music. I found the joint you did with the chick that DJ Mustard produced, Diamond. What happened? Do you still have that Life Sentence label?
So basically it's like this. We had that deal before we even got the song like off the ground, like even popping or whatever. I end up getting a divorce. So when I end up getting a divorce, the girl that I was with and tried to sue me for like she wanted royalties, she wanted everything like that. So the label was like, okay, let's just put everything to stop. You fight it. I was 24 and it took me 3 years, a couple of months to get rid of it. And then that's why now I'm putting on music and everything like that. You're gonna see me voicing my opinion, everything going back up because I really couldn't do it. So it wasn't like the label, it was really like and then she was trying to tell on certain situations, sending videos and all that stuff like that. So pictures, the court. I got 2 twin boys, and basically she was just trying to if I wasn't with her, she didn't want me to see the kids. So she tried to do everything in the world to stop it.
Damn. Well, I mean, the only consolation I can tell you, brother, is them kids gonna remember who acted like what during the time when they get older.
No, of course. So yeah, I got custody of my kids now.
That's what's
But
up.
yeah. So at the end of the day, it's like she did her worst, but it still didn't work. So when you favored by God, everything is nothing.
Man, when you weaponize them children, you definitely lose God's favor too. So I'd hella co-sign that. But man, bro, I'm glad to hear that you releasing music. So does that mean you gonna release any of the old music? Are we finally gonna
Yeah.
get to hear the Miley Cyrus song?
Yeah, we're gonna I got the Miley Cyrus song, I got the French Montana. My next single is with Draco the Ruler. I'm dropping that in a couple of weeks. I got like everything going. I got the Quavo, the Offset record, the Rich the Kid record. So it's like I'm loaded up for everything like that. So now we were just going with Cookout because it's a club anthem. Is actually speaking facts, and then I just gave like a little wink to the nigga Wack, like a shot fire. But I got a whole thing just like
Oh,
killing.
that first verse was mean as fuck.
Yeah. So
I mean, I ain't talking about towards Whack. I'm talking about like as far as like being a skilled artist.
yeah. So it's like definitely once you
Because
hear
I ain't gonna
deep.
lie, bro. I'm scared. My fault to interrupt you. I'm scared of them peoples. I ain't never said this shit on camera before, but like that whole game shit is frightening to me. Like I'll be honest, I'm afraid of the game because I don't understand how in the world that during and y'all can go back and look this up during a year that they're running for district attorney in the district or zone or whatever that encompasses Beverly Hills, that you can get into a mansion party fight on camera at Kate Hudson's fucking house, and a political candidate won't seize upon that as something, as a platform to run on, like a feather under their belt. Like, yo, I'm keeping these gangbangers out of Beverly Hills. Like I just don't understand how that's fucking possible.
I mean, you have to understand it's like you just said it. At the end of the day, it's like when people could say, like, we could just let's just go into deeper, right? Everybody that Gang beef with, he always apologized to. From Young Thug to Lil Durk to Meek Mills to anybody this nigga ever beat.
Not 40 Glock.
Well, 40 Glock tried to sue him. I mean,
Right.
they was both police shit. So at the end of the day, it's like 40 Glock is from Coden, where it's really not. You could be as tough as you want when you like 50 deep, your music is popping, and you got somebody that's by yourself with like two other people. You get what I'm saying? So of course you could be that tough guy, because it seemed like 40 Glock should have went out swinging and everything like that, especially when they recording. But it seemed like they probably had a pistol on them. And they doing.
I can tell you that I don't know, anybody that looks in my background can probably figure it out, but I would say that that's a safe assumption.
Yeah.
There's definitely another camera angle that exists that never made itself public.
Of course, because you know why? Because at the end of the day, it's like, but even in why wasn't the police or somebody? Why is known public record? And you telling me that the police didn't press charges, that nobody came about it, no nothing? Like, you definitely working with the police. You working with something. I mean, Wack is working with the police. You get what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff, when you dissing Farrakhan and all this other stuff like that, you got to have some powerful.
I mean, it don't gotta be the police, brother. It can be like the man. Like I don't know if you seen it. This shit came out about the CIA, and this ain't no like conspiracy theory shit. It was proven. They was putting like journalists up in the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times and the LA Times, and putting musicians in bands, and like these people are actually like literal CIA agents. Like the song that overthrew the German wall was written by a CIA cat. The little anthem, it was a rock band in the 80s. I don't want to get wrong, so I can say which one. I think it was either Rat or Styx. But so every other genre of music has had federal agents implanted in it to, you know,
Yeah, of course,
get
but
people in trouble that there's a threat, whatever. So why not rap?
yeah, but go back when 50 Cent was beefing with the game and somebody got shot. Nothing came about that situation either, right?
But when Nori and them was getting into a bang out in front of Hot 97, I think like 7 people went to jail behind that. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. That shit. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm scared of them people. So I don't be
No,
fucking with that shit. Next thing I
no,
know, I'm getting audited or something.
or shit like the shit your house getting ran into. Just period.
Oh, they be wasting their time. I'm married to a public school teacher. I'm like 10 years sober. This weed's prescribed.
Yeah, no, but I feel you that um but it's just tricky. Everybody know what it is. You get what I'm saying? Everybody know
I'm
it,
disappointed. I feel like you're right. Everybody know who it is, but ain't nobody ever speak on that. And I'm like, all
but
y'all street cats must have done the math.
no, of course we do the math and stuff like that, but you as well like you know when you do certain shit, you have to be calculated, and you have to be smart and strategic about the moves that you make, because at the end of the day, I speak on it and I could put my life on it, that I'm gonna be good or whatever. But at the end of the day, a lot of people don't speak on it because they try to do good things in their community and stuff like that, and they know goodness well it'd be a lot of attention, a lot of riffraff that would hit them, like a shit storm. So it's like with Wack, he can't really do nothing to me. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm a straight nigga. I got my own money. I got this and or whatever like that. So it's like if you like the truth, you gonna fuck with me. If you hate the truth and you want to be biased and all the other stuff, you ain't gonna fuck with me. You get what I'm saying?
No, I can
So
dig it, bro. I feel like I'm bulletproof on racial shit because I grew up in the black community. I ain't never used the N-word, even rapping along in a song. I done held my water and did time for my black friends, whatever, whatever. Um,
mhm.
way before it was cool to be woke. Like I be sharing Facebook posts from like 14 years ago where I'm talking about like some anti-police shit, whatever, whatever. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like you phrase it as God. I might phrase it as righteousness, but when you got a, a pure positive honest forward, let's say the spirit of abundance behind what you're doing,
Mhm.
like that's why this is the first time I've ever had a conversation on camera with somebody about an issue that they have with another person, because you're coming from a place of you're trying to right a wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I get exactly what you mean. If you're living, if what you're doing is righteous, then fuck the consequences.
Yeah, and that's how I just see it like right now. And it's just like I try to use my platform to bring like you don't have to do like weirdo shit. Like what's if it don't have nothing to do with you, something that you close with or you associate, why speak on it? You get what I'm saying? Only weirdos speak on it. I mean I was just seeing where he's speaking on like Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, another sex tape and all this other stuff. And I'm like, bro, like that's just like more weird shit. You basically bragging about another nigga's dick. Like, like you bragging about another nigga's dick and you talking about that holler at him and get the tape and all this other stuff like that. That's something weird. Something that's been deaded for I don't know how many since I was a kid. And you speaking on that like you a weirdo.
I mean, bro, like I know homeboy gotta be older than me, and I'm 43. And like if I just walked up on people trying to sell them anybody's sex tape, that'd be some weird ass shit.
It's just weird. It's just like come on, like cuz you gotta have I wonder what his wife think. Like like that gotta be like the most disappointing to roll over next to a fat bald-headed greasy fucked up platypus face ass nigga and look at him and be like this is my husband. Like there's something wrong with her mentally. Because why would a real queen would be telling you, like, babe, don't put that on the internet. Don't do no stupid ass shit like that. Don't be talking about another man. Like, and he's like 50.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna get into that, but yeah, word. So
What? No, go ahead.
let's talk about some positive shit. Especially since you was one of the first people to make a song with Nipsey Hussle and YG, especially the first one to do it together. Well, I have this theory that like while everybody was praising the South, and I love the South, like I was listening to rap a lot, and man, I knew who UGK was since like Menace to Society soundtrack and was copping their albums before when I had to like order them shits out of a catalog and shit. But I feel like while everybody was praising the South and everything, and everybody was moving to Atlanta around 2015 or so, I think West Coast took over rap and nobody even realized it. Like at least 8 of the last 10 classic rap albums are West Coast albums. Nipsey Hussle got at least 1, if not 2, like straight 5 mic classics. I feel YG got 1. Kendrick got 2 or 3. Ab-Soul, Vince Staples, Odd Future, Tyler the Creator. What's homeboy's name that was part of them that was like had to go to like military school that can rap and Earl Sweatshirt. You know, like all these things that are considered classic, but I don't be seeing no. I mean, we don't be seeing magazine covers no more like that anyway. But I don't be seeing a bunch of shit about talking about how the West took over.
Yeah, see, the only thing is because the generation before us stagnated us. And when it came down to like all the beef and all the other stuff like that, it's really, we got a stigma on like violence. We got the stigma on, because the cold part about it is Atlanta, the down, I mean, when they beef, they keep it under wraps. They don't really put it on songs or anything like that. So it's just different. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you, and you're right. I agree with that. But I'm talking about the music, like just straight musically. The West Coast has been killing shit. Like back to the J Rock Strange music album. The J Rock album will win. Like the West has dropped so many incredible fucking albums in like the last like 5 to 7 years, and I don't see no one talking about it.
No, yeah, we don't get credit for it. So it's at the end of the day, it's like
maybe it's because Weirdos is taking up too much shine doing crazy shit.
That's exactly what it is. It's just like and don't get me wrong, like Game is probably like in my top 10 favorite rappers, right?
Oh, I give credit where credit is due. He can rap like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he's dope as fuck. But the things that he do, it's like disloyal and like some weird shit. Like you try to be in the game instead of you getting you some artists and snatching them up and doing what Dr. Dre did for you. You should be doing that with other artists. But
shit, I thought that Black Wall Street shit was gonna work. They had a roster. They had My Son, Vita, man, it was one, I can't remember what dude, I think his name was Cash. But they had like this song on one of them like right after he got on G Unit Black Wall Street mixtapes. I mean, I mean that little team looked like it could have done something like that'd be one of them like what the fuck happened type situations.
Because like I said, when Game still want to be the man instead of realizing his time is over. You get what I'm saying? When your time is over, it's over.
But this is when he was beginning. Like he could have like Cameron Dipsetted it. But like he kept all that to himself, I guess. I mean, I feel like I ain't gonna get into no other names, but there's been other rappers who tried to have labels that had talented artists, and when it actually came time to like push them the way J. Cole does, they did something more focused on themselves.
Okay, so you have to think about this, right? Ludacris, DTP, Nelly, Saint Lunatics. You got UGK, you got freaking you got Jay-Z, the Rockefeller, you got so many powerful groups.
Wu-Tang with all them Bamas and different companies and shit, you know.
You got Wu-Tang, one of the biggest, most successful like like influence rap group ever. And then what you really could say about everything in NWA went to shits, start beefing. It could have been bigger than what it was. DPG went to shit because it was beefing.
I mean, you could say that, but you could also look at DPG as being one of the top 5 most successful independent record ventures ever.
But tell me,
I mean,
that
Dad's done killed it on that independent game.
Yeah, see, but you have to understand, like, it would have been a lot bigger if they stayed together and it was more successful. You get on a 50 Cent G Unit, right?
Right.
If at their height of their career, if Game and 50 Cent wouldn't beef, they probably would have been like a 500 million strong in the game. Because after albums after albums after album, we'll probably still be talking about them right now because they both killed their own career by making like beef. Like Earth Gotti and Ja Rule and them. They had a pretty collective group, but they all stayed the same. It wasn't like no beef inside their organization. Everybody that on the West Coast has always been beef inside of their organization. Like Snoop should never been going against corrupt Dad's anybody. You get what I'm saying? Vice versa. Ice Cube should never went against Dr. Dre and all of them. Easy E, same thing. So just like before it got legendary, I mean, it's legendary, but before it got enormous, it all fell apart.
Right, I got you. Like if it just held together longer, it would have got further. I can dig it. But I mean, out of all those names I was just naming, I don't know that any of them is beefing with each other. They seem to all support each other.
Whoa, which one?
Out of like obviously all the Black Hippie cats, all the TDE cats, but Vince Staples make songs with them, YG, Nipsey, like it seemed like that generation, at least again the ones I brought up with the classic albums.
But we've been overshadowed for like the back then what Snoop and them did. You get what I'm saying? Snoop, you telling me Snoop can't get every artist that he really want and make something out of them?
I mean, he's tried, but yeah.
Which one? What artists he really tried for?
Mac Lucci, Doggy's Angels. I mean, I guess it depends on what you mean by really try, and then you might have some insight that I don't. No, because when I used to recommend publicists to people based upon their body of work, right? Mm-hmm. But then I soon learned that recommendation is meaningless. It only matters how much attention that publicist will give them. So maybe you know something that I don't know about, like what level of effort is put behind them. So I don't like. I ain't one of the people that think I know everything. I ain't trying to speak on things I don't know.
Okay, so tell me this, right? Snoop can easily put somebody on a hit record or get them to work with certain things. Snoop still doing songs with Young Boy. Still want to do songs with so many different people, instead of like putting other people in position to actually do certain things. Like, why wouldn't you want to help? I mean, I can say maybe it's their worth ethic, but at the end of the day, it's like I know Snoop, and I know like certain things that he do is not hood. He want to keep everything for himself. You get what I'm saying?
Word. I mean, I know in his defense that what was that series he was doing with DJ Drama? That's My Work. What was supposed to help some of them cats turn up in the South. And I ain't gonna say no names, but I know some people, because I got a close friend who signed like a really close friend, like spend the night at my house. I knew him way before he knew Snoop, who's moved out there. He's probably like ghostwriting, but we could get into all that. But a lot of cats got booked in Atlanta and had like this little like meet and greet thing, and Madam didn't show up. You know what I mean? So sometimes people try to help people, and then after like the 5th or 7th time they give up, and then other people just never stop.
Yeah, no, that's true. But every artist that Snoop signed, he give up on. He'll jump on something when they get hot, and then after um he gets what he wants, then it's just like on to the next. Like the East Siders, right? You got the East Siders, you got Doggies Angels, you got then he did like he signed a couple of people from Pomona. He do uh when it's a wave, he'll jump on it just to benefit him.
See, I should have brought up the East Siders though. But I mean, like the hold up with the East Siders was homeboy kept going to jail, right?
No, come
I mean, he definitely got them top flight. He got battle cat beats and all that other shit. I mean, that first East Siders album definitely got a major push, whether that was a record company or Snoop or whatever.
Yeah, okay, it got a major push, right? But at the end of the day, it was the East Siders, but damn near every song was Snoop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought if I remember correctly, the album did say Snoop Dogg featuring the East Siders.
No, presents.
I could be wrong. Yeah, presents. Yep, that's what they used to always say back then. Yep.
Yeah. So, but Goldie Loke and Trey D, they could have held their own without Snoop on those songs.
Oh yeah, there's a solo Trey D album called The General something that's vicious as a motherfucker.
So why Snoop could have just gave them their shine and their push, did a couple, like a single or two, and let them do their thing, just like 50 Cent did with like Lloyd Banks and Young Buck and all of them, Tony Yayo, and really gave them an opportunity to help hold their own.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see your point. I definitely see your point. So, damn, talking about Snoop, going from that, did you hear about the next Super Bowl halftime?
Yeah, of course.
So what you think of a G-Funk halftime? Snoop, K. Dot, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Mary J. I can't like what you think Eminem gonna do? Like Real Slim Shady or something? Like I cannot imagine what song he's gonna pick.
He got a lot of shit with Dr. Dre. So
yeah, but you man, them shits ain't rocking these days. They all talking about like killing their wives and shit in them songs he got with Dr. Dre. Unless there's some newer ones I don't know about.
Yeah, so you have to think about.
I mean, I guess they can do that crack a bottle jump, but people don't even know that shit. Plus 50 won't be there.
Yeah, but you really think about this. You telling me like who will book that? Who in the fuck in right mind will book that? There's so many different acts that so many people that's actually putting in work right now.
Somebody affiliated with Jimmy Iovine booked the Super Bowl halftime show this year, if I remember correctly from what I heard earlier today. So that would be the gateway. Some of the sports podcasts, some of the people were like calling them to task, saying like, how y'all gonna do that when Kaepernick still don't got a job?
Man, that shit is crazy.
Right. I mean, I don't know how to feel about none of that shit. I don't even be knowing what reality is.
Yeah, but like, why in the fuck would you like is making us look bad? You get what I'm saying?
Well, they asked Rihanna about it, and she was like, "Who wouldn't do the Super Bowl show?" Like specifically about Snoop and Dr. Dre and Eminem. So I mean, I don't know. Like it seemed like something be wrong one week and not wrong the next week. So back to what we were saying earlier, I just try to use my best judgment, bro. And I feel like as long as if I got good intent, and if they want to be on the Super Bowl show, more power to them.
Well, who's rocking with Mary J? J. Blige? Like
no more drama, really, I guess. Like the NFL, like it's almost like the NFL, like spiking the ball, like we don't won this round. Because it seemed like they beat down the player unrest, and it seemed like they got the whole thing out of the national story. It's like throw a few crumbs.
Yeah, so it's real crazy. It's like the craziest thing in life. I think that Like you can see, you can tell his favors.
Man, I bet you that shit still go hard though. So let's finish up with this. What's the next thing we can look forward to you musically? And please drop your socials.
Okay, my social media is at Luce Cannon, ITSLUCECANNON, and then also the next song up is gonna be Draco the Ruler, is me singing on a hook. So I'm giving you a new flavor with that, plus rapping. Everything is produced by me. It's called Ball Out. It's like a strip club joint, and it's stupid hard. Then the next song after that is me and Offset, Spoil.
You produce Cookout?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, you vicious with it. Okay, I see. That's what's
So,
up. When them songs gonna? How long we looking at waiting here?
probably like 2 weeks.
Oh shit, that's what's up. Pull my code. I'll definitely post it for you.
Oh yeah. Follow me. I'm gonna follow you right back.
Man, I followed you earlier today. I'm be number 73. I say it's hard as shit to get a Luce Cannon follow. I feel honored.
Yeah, right. Send me a message. I'm gonna follow you right back.
All right, that's a bet. Well, shit, brother. Thank you for your time, and stay in touch. I look forward to hearing what you got coming.
Okay, thank you, brother.
No doubt, man. You take it light. Have a good one.
All right, King.
All right, man. Peace.